tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Coming up, it's the final game of Wildcard Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Caught on a slant. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 8 yards out. And the Steelers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle. And when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill rolling to his right. And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a hole. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Henry out of the pistol. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Drop deep, drop deep. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run. It's Henry. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. A handoff, running left, Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They hand this off to Harris, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He gets it complete to Harris. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
On play action, they'll throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off play action, Tannehill. Steps away, looking deep for Julio, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one, 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll fake it, now Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Rolling to his right, able to hit his target, Claypool. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And that's a nice throw right there, and I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Back to throw again. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flush to his right. It's brought in by Harris. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the give, this is Harris. Gets through, and now an opening. And shutting him off, now open field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Henry again on second down. Bulldozes past him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, it's Henry. And he loses the football a second time. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. All day, every day, any day.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they pat.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's third down.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Fights through, and now a crease. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.